Okay, welcome to this entrepreneur interview. In this interview, we want to know more about you and your work and how you reach success, how you get employees on board your work. But first, we want to get some personal information from you. So, first, I'd like to ask your name.
Okay, thank you. My name is Baffour Amoako-Addo.
Okay. Please, do you the name of your business?
Okay, so my business is Real Delivery Services. That's the name, RDS Ghana, but it's basically Real Delivery Services.
Okay. Please, do you have an email address?
Yes. The email address is Real Delivery Services GH at gmail.com. Yeah.
Okay, please, can you describe the location of your business?
Okay, so we are in Ghana, of course, Takoradi here in the Western region, on the Malcolm Road, opposite Candice Pharmacy. That's the easiest way to locate my business.
Okay, thank you very much. Now I'd like to ask, how do you rate success?
How do I rate success? Well, I think it all boils down to ambitions. For me, success is not really about the basic knowledge that people have. That's okay, we start a business and then you are buying the cars and then you have all the money to go on the vacations and all that. For me, if I imagine something and then I make it possible, for me that's success. No matter how big or small, no matter if I do it and even fail. For me to even bring the concept out, for me, I rate it as a success.
Okay, thank you very much. And what are some of the key traits you think any entrepreneur should have for him to succeed? So, the entrepreneurs that are around, what are some of the key traits you think they should have to make them successful in their business or in what they do?
Well, I think honesty is first. You must be very honest. Secondly, I feel that most entrepreneurs, when they start business, when they start something up, they're always looking out for their imagination to come out with. But sometimes you just need to follow the process. You need to accept failure whenever it comes. Because if I tell you how I started, the challenges I faced, somebody could easily give up. So I think you have to be honest. Secondly, you just have to leave away your imaginations, work very hard, focus, and be hardworking. And then just leave the process to flow.
Okay, thank you very much. And with what you are saying, I would like to know what are some of the key learning points in your entrepreneurial journey? The point where you go to that you realize that with this I've learned a lot. So I want to know what are the key learning points through your entrepreneur.
Well, I've learned to be very vigilant because of what I faced. I remember I deal with motorbikes because of the job, courier services, where I need to, instead of maybe taking details of who I employ, in terms of doing a background check and all that, because I was in a hurry to employ, I just move on with the person. The person ran away with the money, the person ran away with the bike. So I've come to know that you don't just trust easily when you're doing business. You take emotions out. When I'm doing business, I've learned to take away emotions and all that. And I've learned to make sure that whenever I'm employing somebody or taking a decision, I must think through it before I do that.
Okay, thank you very much. I'd like to know what sustains you during your high and low moments.
God. I think that's the most important thing.
That's one very simple answer. Thank you very much. And we'd like to know some of your achievements during the whole entrepreneurial journey.
My achievement is I was able to bring forth an idea. That's the most important thing. I have about 2 riders, which I think for me is an achievement. You understand? Yes, I am now a franchise of Jumia Ghana. I've not operated for more than 1 year. I think I'm in my 9th month, and then I'm a Jumia franchise. You understand? Also, I'm in partnership with a company which I'm trying to mobilize all riders to be on a platform here in Takoradi. More of a Bolt Uber system whereby going to the digital aspect whereby you can just order a motor ride. You don't need to call the office and all that. So that's what I am trying to bring up very soon by December or January. You can just order our services online, pick up a motorbike online anywhere you want, and then the rider will be at your disposal.
Wow, that's very interesting. I'd like to know what are some of your team formation processes. How do you select your team?
Well, I look at good communication skill. I look at people that are very presentable, because you are dealing with people, you are dealing with clients. You can't just bring anybody in, because sometimes we are moved by what we see. So if I'm moving out and my rider is not really attractive in terms of personalities, it's going to affect my business. So I look out for the personality. I look out for good communication skill, and I look out for the person being qualified. As a motor rider, you must be licensed, you must have, been in the business for a very long time. So I look at those key things.
Okay. Now I'd like to know how you know if your product is market ready.
Well, in terms of market ready, I think that, not boasting, I've not been around for a very long time, but I think my brand, I must say, not confidently, like I think I have the biggest brand here in Takoradi in terms of real delivery services, because the sort of effort I put into building my brand is key, and then the sort of reactions I get from outside, because every business I have come in contact with, most of them I didn't get to them. They called me. Some of them are in Accra, some of them are in Kumasi. They reached out to me, even though I don't know, I didn't spot the opportunity. They spotted me and they came here. So it makes you feel that, okay, so you are working on something. For me to attract somebody in Accra who's never been here, to trust you, to bring up goods here for you to deliver to them, that means I think that my brand is really, really market ready.
Wow. Okay. Now I'd like to know how do you determine if you would enter into a different market, or if you want to enter into a different market, when is the right time? Is it with or without funding?
I started with this services, with this business, with zero funding. Yeah, I started with zero. I never had a capital. I was never given a capital. Yeah, it was just putting in effort every day, because I personally work with another company called KMK Entertainment. So it was basically my salary and here, my salary and here. I never waited for something big from anybody. I was not expecting something. I do not start with a capital. So it's just about you getting the goals. When you step out, sometimes it's just opportunity. When you step out, the opportunities are always outside for you to step out and get it. So sometimes I agree that you need funding to take you to the next level, but the most important thing is you going out there, spotting the opportunity and getting into it. I don't give anything chances. I go everywhere. Delivery services, most people think delivery service is all about the food delivery that we know about here, but I go to every aspect. I go to hospitals, I go to pharmacies, I spot every single opportunity. Photographers, anybody that I see that has something to give to a client, I spot it. So funding, you can't wait for funding forever. You sometimes need to step out of your comfort zone, and then as you approach people, then the funding can come out of it.
Okay, thank you very much. Please, I'd like to know what are some of the key things you think investors look out for with startups? What are some of the key things you think investors will look out for in our Ghanaian context with startups?
They look out for business plan. You must have a vision for the business. You get it. You must really have a focus for the business, because when you look out for investors, they are looking at not just now. They are looking at in the next 10 years. I remember someone asked me just a week ago that can my business survive in the next 20 years. They are looking at for the vision you have for the business. It's not just about how you can start now. For now, you can just start it, but how to sustain the business. You get it? Yeah, how to sustain it is the most important thing here. So I think that investors are always looking out for the long-term business, how you can be of benefit to the society, not just in terms of around the society, but okay, what are you impacting? You understand? You must make sure that being an entrepreneur is not just about starting up a business, but maintaining the business. So if you are employing 2 people now, you must make sure that you are employing the next 10 years, in the next 2 years, you are employing like 10 years. Now, you are not just providing services, you are also providing, living for people out there. So you are serving both people. So I think that you must first of all have a business plan, have a vision, a plan for the business. These 3 things are major. If you don't have them, I don't think any investor would like to put his money in your business.
Well, that's great. Okay, we would like to know if you have any tips or any ideas or suggestions for startups who are looking for it to raise their first round of funds from investors?
It has to do with your brand. I always believe that it's how you present it. You understand? Sometimes the way I advertise my business, the way I'm always in my branded shirt, so it makes me look professional. So sometimes it's how you build yourself with how serious you are. People didn't understand me when I said I needed an office space for a courier service because they feel that you just need a bike. The person calls you and then you move out. You understand? But I think that setting up, first of all, you need to be in a position whereby people you be attractive enough for somebody to trust you, to work with you. Imagine that I tell you that I operate a courier service or parcel office, and I don't have any place to stock your parcel. You won't feel confident enough to give me your product. You get it? So I feel that you must first of all make sure that you are well presented in terms of your business, because nobody will just wake up and then give you, unless maybe family helps. I mean, if you have family members who want to give you money, but you're looking at investors, not just family helps. You look at people who trust the business and put their money in it, and then it has to do with how you present yourself. That's the most important thing.
Thank you very much. I know you said that you started this with zero capital, but maybe you had some funds somewhere or maybe personal savings there. So at this moment, I'd like to know what exactly was the investment put into this.
In terms of the money I put in here, you want me to mention figures? First, how I started it. I started bit by bit. When I got this place, I think I stand to be corrected, like 7 months to fix up this place, because I will come and work on the ceiling. The next 2 months I'll come and work on tiles. And the next month I'll come and work on the gates. And the next month I'm working on the glass door. So it was bit by bit. And most of the things here done were done by friends or close people. I have family here. I have a cousin here who is always involved in the painting, the designing. I have a friend who does the designing. So it was the tile works. I had people who could come and help me do it. So it wasn't really about paying people to come and do it. Most of the things were hands-on. I had to do it myself because I couldn't afford to go and bring a professional painter to come and paint this place. So most of the things were hands-on. I won't say that when I say zero capital, I'm trying to say that I did not really receive this amount of money from an investor or somebody to say that, okay, start the business with. I had to come up with my own stuff. That's what I'm trying to put up here.
Wow. Okay. What are some of the good strategies you've used during your business or during the lasting of your entrepreneurship?
Social media has played a part in my business. I think I've used it very, very well. And also marketing. I move out myself. I share flyers. I post tickets myself. I try to find out platforms about businesses that I try to upload my business name on it and all that. So I'm always taking advantage of the internet, and then that has helped me.
Nice. Okay. In this side of the world, internet is something which has not been really used very well. And at this point, I'd like to ask, what are some of the fundamental pillars you think every startup should have?
You must be ready for any challenge. When I started operation in the first 6 months, in the first 6 days, I had an accident. Not me, but a rider. The motor crashed. The motor was bought with all the funding, crashed. A week to Valentine, we were expecting a lot of parcels and all that. A week to Valentine, you are crashed. You understand? So you must have that confidence and say that I'm moving out. I need to move out fully with it. If you're not prepared for that, you can't survive. If you can't really prepare for any obstacle, you won't survive. They can give you all the tips in the world, but if you're not given that right mentality of anything can happen, you can fail at any given time, and you need to rise up. If that mentality is not there, brother, you can never survive. No matter the motivation given to you, you must be ready for failure at any given time. And when it happens, how you rise over it is the most important thing.
Thank you very much. Okay, so as of now, in this our ecosystem, startup ecosystem, what do you think are some of the opportunities that are there for more startups to grab, or some of the opportunities startups can take advantage of?
Well, a lot of them. I have taken advantage of how busy schedules people are having now. I've taken advantage of how people want to surprise people. People are becoming very people are not really getting time for each other now. You can be living in a community, probably you've not seen a friend for days and all that. So I took advantage of how busy people are, and I ventured into the courier services in the parcel office, the parcel business and all that. People are now ordering online each and every day. You get it. People sometimes have fun of it. You can see that there is a TV set at this electronic shop, but somebody will still want to order online in the name of I've ordered online. So it is something that is always moving. You must make sure that whatever business you are entering into, especially with the startups, it has to do with how it impacts the life of somebody. You can't just go and pick up something and say that you are coming to sell in the name of an entrepreneur. You ask yourself that whatever you are selling, is it demanding from is it something that is demanding from another person? If for the fun of it, then you can't be an entrepreneur. There's no specific advantage out there. You just have to be creative. Just know where you are venturing into, and then you put your money in there.
So, what do you think are some of the things an accelerator program should focus on, or what key things are some of the things that an accelerator program for startups should focus on?
Bookkeeping is one, because we are not accountable to anybody. We tend to misuse money that comes in, because you are sometimes carried away by ambitions. You get it? You are sometimes carried away by ambitions. Okay, I started this business. When I started, realized, okay, I need a laptop. Money comes in, you're going to buy a laptop. But probably whatever that you're going to use a laptop, you could have coped with your phone for like 2 months. But we are always in a hurry to spend or probably do something with our money, which is not good. So bookkeeping is very, very necessary in terms of balancing your account, making sure that you are making profit, saving your profit, make sure that you have your books in checks. It's very good, even though sometimes it's very difficult. I always want to advise startups to pay taxes. Yes, sometimes they think that, okay, I now started, but some of the things attract you. I'm paying SNIT for my workers, even though it's a startup. I am registered to a VAT. These are things that when institutions see that you are into, it's easy for them to work with you. You can't just keep quiet and say that I'm a startup, I don't have money to pay tax. But for example, the flat risk, with the Ghana Revenue Authority, just 3% of whatever you earn. So there are some vital things that I think you should start talking to us about it. Most importantly, like I said, the bookkeeping, because we feel that we are making money. So we don't tend to, okay, let me invest this profit into this, let me save this, let me put this one there in terms of any accident or whatever that happens in the business. We don't care to do it. We just want to invest, buy things, and that's all.
Thank you very much. I want to know, in your opinion, which of these two do you think is more important, or should hold more value to you as a startup? Volume or value?
Value. Value is key. I mean, value is always key. With volume, you can do it, but it won't sustain you. But value will always sustain you. People must trust your brand, trust your services, and that's value. If the person doesn't get value for the service you provide, you can just be doing it. Like I said, there are a lot of motorbikes around in town that probably will charge even lesser than I charge, but they are not running a sustainable business. They are just surviving. You understand? But I want to create a business, so I am not concerned about how much they are charging out there. I am concerned about value. Yeah.
Thank you very much. In a sentence or two, what will be your advice to startups coming up in this our region?
Be honest. That's all. When you are honest, everything will come back to you. Just be honest.
Thank you very much.